Vanakkam. Today I am going to cover another type of fraud which I have found out during the course of my statutory branch audit. My view is that even this will be happening to you during your concurrent audit, revenue audit or any other type of audit. But I have found out this fraud during my statutory branch audit. So this has been found out by me while asking the files. When I went for the branch audit, at the time manager was not available, he has gone on leave. So assistant manager or who is a field officer, he has taken care of the audit proceedings, audit work and everything. So he has produced balance sheet, he has produced profit and loss account, all enclosures, all files, all ledgers, all documents, all title deeds, all legal opinion, all valuation, everything he has produced because he has taken care of the loan department. So whenever he recommends the loan, then the manager, after some preliminary inquiry, he will sanction the loan. This is the thing. But here, in this case, he has produced all records. I have verified each and everything slowly. Then I have found out that some files have not been produced for verification. This is the thing you have to bear in mind. Being an auditor, you have to please take note of this observation. I have asked those missing files. Then assistant manager said, "Sir, I will produce later. You verify all other things. Then I will get those files because that is not in the regular file arrangement." Then I waited for one day. Then I verified all other things. Audit still it was going on. Then once again I called assistant manager. "Sir, kindly produce the files which I have asked." He said, "Sir, I have searched those files, but those files it was not here in the regular advances rack file." He said, "Sir, this file might be with the branch manager because he has after sanction of the loan he has to verify all those documents. Then he might have kept in his custody. Then he'll be back after 2 days." So what he suggested, "Sir, you concentrate on other works. Then before completion of the audit, I will produce." So what I did, I have taken the files list in my working papers. What are the files I asked? What are the files the ABM, that is Assistant Branch Manager, has not produced? I would say as an auditor, you have to do the same thing. Whenever you ask any file, any records, any documents, if the same has not been produced, you have to take note of it. So before completing the audit, you have to ask. So after 2 days, the manager came. Then when I went inside, that is after around 12 o'clock in the morning, the noon, I went there. Then I asked the manager, "Sir, I have asked these files." The assistant manager said, "These files are with the branch manager." Then manager said, "There is no file is with me. There is no file, no file that was handled by me. Everything is being taken care of by the field officer who was assistant manager." And he said, "Sir, assistant manager has already gone on leave. He has given the leave letter for 10 days. I have relieved him." So, okay, what to do? "Okay, I will take care. I will see that those files, whereabout of the files I will take care." Then what the manager did, he called the residence phone number of that ABM. Then ABM was not there. His wife has picked the phone and said he was not available. Then manager said, "Okay, I will send my peon. Some files would have been kept by the ABM at his file, at his bureau, because he has to produce all, he has to prepare all documents. So kindly hand over those files because the same will be required for the audit." What that wife did, this peon has gone to the home of that ABM. The wife of that ABM, she has taken all the files which were kept inside by the ABM, and she has handed over those files to the substaff. Then substaff brought all those files. Then manager verified my list. All those files have been kept at the residence of the ABM. All those files are available. And he said, sir, the files I have traced, I will kindly go through those files. Then I verify everything. See, after sanction of loan, when I verified the statement of accounts, only few credits have come, nothing more than that. So it was more than 3 years old. Because every year we have to see the outstanding, and there was no DPN or revival letter or AOD for that loan. So those loans have already been barred by limitation. One. Second thing, all those files, say maybe more than 50, 60 files, all the borrowers are illiterate. Their signature, some put LTI, that is left thumb impression, and even some put in Tamil in signatures. Then I came to know that sir, all those files have not been in proper. Only one voucher is there. Then I discussed this with the branch manager. The branch manager in turn called the borrowers, few borrowers, because it was not possible for him to call all the borrowers. He called a few borrowers, and those borrowers came to the branch, and he said to the borrowers that, so you have to pay this amount, and when are you making the payment? Then the borrowers who have come to the branch said that, sir, we have not received any loan from your bank. And whenever we visited the branch to withdraw our amount from SB account, your assistant manager used to call me and asked us to sign in some papers. Then so we don't know this thing. Since the officer has asked, we have put our signature. And after some times, we found some 1,000 rupees, 1,200 rupees in our SB account. So we don't know, since the amount was being paid into the account, they have withdrawn the amount, they are operating the account. Then only manager realized that on inquiry, those loans have not been sanctioned directly to the borrowers. But when they sanction the loan, because assistant manager has received the document signed, he has given the credit to the loan account, and the withdrawal was also done by the borrower, because based on the debit slip they have made the withdrawal. But all the debit slips have been filled by the assistant manager. Then he has handed over to the cashier. Then assistant manager approved the sign. Then cashier made the payment. Cashier, he didn't know the base for this. So because slowly he has withdrawn the amount, or not on the same day. So this is the modus operandi. So manager suspected. Then he called the ABM. Then he summoned the ABM before him. Then later on, that ABM has accepted that, sir, he has withdrawn the amount. He has taken the loan in other person's name. Then if we total all the advances amount, it crossed more than 2 crores. 2 crores loan have been slowly taken away by the assistant manager within 1 month. So the loan has already been time barred. You can't enforce before any court of law because there is no revival letter. So what the manager did, he made a complaint against the ABM with the head office and narrating all the incidents. Then he has given me a report saying that he has given orally, sir, This is a modus operandi, and he has given the letter that he has taken the money. I have already forwarded. You report whatever you want, because we are not able to convince you. We clearly, even he said, sir, it is a clear fraud done by my ABM. And all those loans have been sanctioned by the branch manager. So who has to answer? Whether it is ABM or branch manager. Branch manager, in order to save his skin, he has got the letter, but based on the ABM report, he has signed the papers. All the loan documents have been received by the ABM, and the withdrawal part, it is some others, that is cashier's duty. He has also failed in his duty, because he has to hand over the amount only to the borrower. So my observation is, because of this non-production of file, I have detected a fraud of more than 2 crores. So if you are going to the audit and if you are asking any details, if those details have not been furnished by the officers, then you have to take note of it in your working paper. So before completing the audit, you have to ask, sir, what are the details which I have asked, why you have not produced those files, and even before completing the audit, those officials, they have not produced the records. You have to specifically mention in your report, saying that I have asked these files, following files 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These files have not been produced for my verification till the completion of the audit. In case if I omitted to report this in my report, then I will be a party to the fraud. Because as per the RBI instructions, if any fraud is undetected during the course of audit, then the auditor is personally held responsible for the loss to the bank, apart from facing our ensued action. So my sincere suggestion, though this I have found out in my statutory audit, this suggestion you should have in your mind while you are going for the statutory branch audit or concurrent audit or inspection audit or revenue audit or stock audit. If you ask some details, if those details have not been furnished till completion of or before completion of your audit, then you have to specifically mention those non-production of files in your report. So this is a thing I want to convey through this video presentation. So I wish you all the best. You do the audit carefully and see that all files have been produced, and see that there will not be any fraud during the course of your audit. And thanks for watching this video presentation. Nandri, Vanakkam.